Hey, hi.
Did you get in here?
Look, I don't want to get you pulled dirty.
No, just come on in now. It's important.
Look, I don't want to mess up your place. I know you have troubles with the landlord.
I'm going to be a lot more trouble if you don't help me.
Have I refused you anything?
No, not yet, but that doesn't mean anything.
Okay, would you get to the point? I left a half-finished plastering job to an apprentice who can't even hammer a nail right. Professor! What a surprise.
It would be an even bigger surprise if I arrived here at 2 in the morning when I first contemplated this visit.
I can see from your state that something's troubling you.
I figured out my schedule. I sat down and calculated the precise amount of time it would take to complete the disc.
Well, obviously, from your emotional standpoint, the results weren't too gratifying.
The EXPO is coming up. Even working around the clock, I can't possibly finish the disc in time.
Professor, look, I've never been one to deal in absolutes now. When you say you can't finish...
I can't. And I don't believe in absolutes either. But I do know my limitations.
Did you have any idea about this before?
I thought perhaps I could do it. But the delays, the inconvenience of the security measures have just inhibited my progress too much. And now I know how important it is to the State Department to present Prometheus during the EXPO. That's why I've come to you. You must contact them and tell them it's impossible.
Professor, look, I think you've had a long night, and maybe you could perhaps have a sit down.
No, you don't understand. I will not be able to finish the disc in time. In short, I have failed my country.
I thought I heard voices.
Hello?
Well, Celia and I were just in the midst of planning, or should I say not planning, our day.
Well, which is it? It's got to be one or the other.
Well, let's say we're still in negotiations.
Yes. Well, I know very well about those. You see, when we were first married, we would negotiate for hours.
I thought that you two would be at the hospital by now.
Well, Alan had the day off, and I've taken a day off and put it toward my vacation.
Business at home. But back to the two of you. Now, where do we stand in these negotiations?
That's kind of hard to say. Right now, I think we're somewhere between a lunch at the EXPO site, a drive in the country, or perhaps a walk in the park. But whatever we decide, I am going to make this a glorious and memorable day for Celia.
Well, that's a pretty big expectation to live up to, darling.
You'll see, love. This is going to be the most exciting day of your life.
Don't tell me I have to explain what a social worker can do.
No, I got the picture. I just want to know what the emergency is.
Because the woman who's coming down here, the social worker, she can take Jason away from me.
She's got to have a reason, first of all. And this place looks okay to me. No rats, no overcrowding, and you're a fit mother. Or at least you'll think you're a fit mother after you put on your sweetness act, right?
Oh, come on, Jimmy Lee, that's not the point. There's things I have to go out and take care of. I want everything to be perfect.
Well, then do it.
I can't. There was no one to take care of Jason. Mrs. Bowman called and told me she was still sick.
That's it. You want me to babysit.
I wouldn't call you unless I was absolutely desperate.
Okay, how long?
Not very, I promise.
I'll tell you what. Why don't you sit with Jason, and I'll go and run your errands for you. It'll be a lot faster.
No, what do you know about tea cakes?
I don't know. I'll find out at the grocery store.
That's just the point. You don't get them at the grocery store. You get them at the bakery, and not just any bakery. I want the very best.
For a social worker?
I invited Lila and Edward Quartermain along, too.
Uh-huh. Now it all makes sense.
Thank you, Jimmy Lee. I knew you'd understand.
Will you wait a second?
Now, I'll be back before you know it.
Heather.
See you later.
Oh, man. Now, what am I going to do with you, huh? Jason, I got a lot of money tied up in this job, huh? What am I gonna do with you?
Let me down.
I can't put you down. I'll tell you what. Hey, I'll tell you what. Why don't you and me, we can go to work. How's that? We'll have a lot of fun, huh? Is that good? Okay, come on. You'll have fun. We'll plaster. It's just like sculpting. You'll love it.
All right. I'll sit down, but it doesn't change the situation. The fact is I'm out of time, and you're going to have to do something about it.
Well, not until I'm absolutely sure that finishing the project is an impossibility.
Haven't you been listening to me? I performed a calculation 4 times over, and each time I came up with the same result.
Impossible, right?
Exactly.
So, how far along are you?
I've just about finished with half the microfilm.
When you say just about,
I'll need the other half before the end of the week. Even then, I can't be sure I'll finish. The second half of the project is more complicated than the first. Certainly twice as crucial as the first half. I could never do it alone.
if we were to get you some help,
I don't know. But at least that way I'd have a chance.
all right, that's the problem. I'll just simply contact Ballantyne and we'll assign you with somebody that has the correct technical expertise.
I need someone I already know and trust. Someone who can follow instructions quickly, and also someone I can be comfortable with.
Sounds like you have somebody in mind already.
Yes, sir, I have. Dr. Grant Putnam.
Mind you, this is only a suggestion.
I think it's a great idea. Celia?
Originally, I hadn't really wanted to go anywhere at all today, but it sounds ideal, especially considering the weather.
Sunny, warm, perfect for an outdoor cafe.
Well, we've only ever had dinner there, but I understand they throw the greatest outdoor brunch on the patio.
Well, I'll tell you what, Alan will let you know if it's any good.
And I'll tell you what, if the hospital calls, we'll tell them we don't know where you are.
Appreciate that.
Have fun.
Have a good day.
Morning.
Morning, Edward.
Wouldn't you know, all I had to do was wait one more day before I sold and I'd be a wealthy man.
You are already wealthy, Edward.
Well, a much more wealthy man. And there's nothing wrong with that. But oh no, I had to lose my nerve and sell the stock just before they made a 2-point gain.
Well, maybe I could give you some news that would cheer you up.
Oh, lamb for dinner?
Nope. Clean bill of health from the FDA. They have gone through the entire plant, found absolutely no traces of any tainting, so Boulean can start going into production as soon as possible.
Oh, well, that is great news.
Mm-hmm.
But if it didn't come from the plant, where did it come from?
Well, as it stands now, we don't know whether the bacteria came from the IV tube, from the needle, from the drug. We just don't know anything right now.
Now, what about that vial that contained the drug that you were so worried about?
Well, that was discarded. So if it was a vial or a bottle or whatever, if they don't have any evidence, Edward, then they can't prove anything. As far as I'm concerned, the case is closed. So now, you and I are going to go down to the hospital and deliver the results to Steve Hardy.
And then we're coming back here to have that little gin game you promised us on the terrace.
Oh, well, I'll start shuffling the cards.
Don't stack the deck this time, please.
Me? Oh,
Yes.
never. But as far as that game goes, it's going to have to be later this afternoon. I have an appointment this morning.
Oh, something important?
Probably not, but it should be interesting. Well, if I don't see you for a while, have a good day.
Okay, you too, Father.
Bye.
Jimmy Lee, I'm home. Got the tea cakes. Jimmy Lee? Jimmy Lee? Where did they go? Hello, Edward? Yes, this is Heather.
Oh, yes, Heather. What can I do for you?
Well, I was just wondering if by any chance that Jimmy Lee was there with Jason.
No, not that I know of. I'm sure I'd know it if he were. Jimmy Lee loves to show that kid off in front of me.
I see.
Why? Is there a problem?
No, I just can't find them. I mean, they must have gone to the park or something, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Tea still on for this afternoon?
Yes, of course. And if you see Jimmy Lee or Jason before then, I'd appreciate it if you'd send them over.
Yeah, if I see him.
Thank you, Edward. I'll see you later.
I'm sorry, Bert. Look, I'm in the middle of something right now. Yeah, can I call you back? Thank you.
There was no need to put him off on my account.
Well, the problem we have here is far more extreme than the problem they have down there.
I've given you my conditions. There really isn't any more to talk about.
Professor, look, I realize how close you are to Grant, but wouldn't you be better off with maybe someone with a little more scientific expertise?
No, I would not. Grant has all the expertise I require.
Medical doctor?
Who also happens to have a very strong background in physics. But that's only the part of it.
Yeah, I know. You can trust him.
I don't even know these scientists in Washington.
Well, the thing is about these scientists in Washington is that they have the security clearances. It may be difficult to get Grant one.
I don't care. That's the only chance I'm giving you. Do what you have to do with this security business, but get me Grant.
You realize this could delay things somewhat.
Only while you're getting him clearance. Once he's in the lab with me, at least I have a fighting chance to finish this thing in time.
What if I can't get him a clearance? Will you settle for someone else?
No. I know that a stranger would only hinder my progress. Now, Robert, I know you have powerful friends. If anyone can hurry a security clearance on Grant, it's you.
I'll have to discuss this with Valentine.
Well, I wouldn't wait around.
I tell you now, you discuss this with no one until I have got a clearance from Valentine.
All right. If that's what you require, you know where to find me. Just you be sure to tell Valentine what I said. It's Grant or no one.
The EXPO's really coming along.
Yes, I had no idea.
Nice view. Celia, are you okay? You've been quiet all morning. You said maybe 10 words between the house and here.
You counted?
I'm just a little worried about you.
I'm sorry.
Darling, don't be sorry. Tell me what it is that's bothering you.
Nothing, Grant. At least nothing worth mentioning.
Come on. Don't you think I recognize that tone of voice? Something's tugging at you. Tell me what it is, and maybe I can help.
I don't know, Grant. I have no idea what it is.
Celia, is it me? Something I've said or something I've done?
Two in your party? Yes. Okay, this way, please.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy your milk. Well, so much for peace and quiet.
Noise pollution. You've got laws for everything else. Why not that?
I'll just try to ignore it. The idea was to have a nice, quiet brunch.
Not too quiet, I hope.
Darling, I'm not decided yet.
In a second. Celia, I'm worried about you. I don't like these feelings you're having.
Grant, I don't know what feelings I'm having. If I knew or if I had any idea, I'd tell you.
If you're trying to spare me.
No, I don't want to say anything at all until I'm sure how to phrase it.
See, that's exactly what scares me. You don't talk to me. That scares the hell out of me.
I know. That scares me, too.
Celia, I love you more than anything in this world. You do know that, don't you?
Yes.
Does anything else matter?
Nothing else should.
And please, talk to me.
What I'd really like to do right now, Grant, is just order.
What about everything else?
After we've eaten.
Celia, please.
Grant, please. I don't want to talk about it right now. I'm just in the mood for a peaceful meal.
I just don't know what to do, Rose. I've looked everywhere. I've tried everything. Wait a minute. Maybe I haven't. I probably should have tried there first. No, never mind. It's a long story. I'll tell you some other time. Bye. Jimmy Lee, I'm glad you showed up, because in 5 more minutes...
Hi, I'm Ann Blevins from Social Services.
Hi, come on in.
Thank you. Oh, what a cute little house. Of course, Baby has a room of his own.
Baby?
Jason.
Yes. Yes, of course he does. He has his own room. It's the best room in the house, as a matter of fact.
I'd love to see it. And the child.
Sure. Would you like some tea first? I have a fresh pot brewing, and I have some lovely tea cakes.
No, we can get to all of that later. First, I'd like to observe the child in his own environment. Since he's at the age where he can't tell me how he feels, I have to observe and make that decision for him.
Right, yeah. That's a very interesting approach. The only problem is that I'm afraid that Jason, he's...
Knock, knock.
I hope we're not disturbing you.
No, come on in.
Well, we were just out for a stroll. Thought I'd stop by and see if you'd found Jimmy Lee yet.
Lila, Edward, this is Mrs. Blevins. She's from the County Social Services Department. Mr. and Mrs. Edward Quartermain, they're Jason's grandparents.
I do. And there's the little darling. Oh, he's the cutest little boy.
Hi.
And he talks. At his age, how wonderful. He can tell me all about his new mommy.
Valentine, please. It's Robert Scorpio. Look, I don't care who he's in conference with. Interrupt him. I'm authorizing you to, all right? Okay. Just get him this message. Tell him Scorpio called and it's about Professor Jerrold and Grant Putnam. He'll understand. Now, I will wait for his call. You got it?
All right, you're right. I should just come out with it.
Probably help our digestion.
It all started when Holly came over. She was talking about something that really upset me.
What?
The disc, Grant. Professor Jerrold's project.
Celia, I've explained all that to you.
I know. You said it was a model. But Grant, you lied to me about it. When I found it in your jacket the night of the casino opening, you said it was a lucky piece.
Amy, don't you understand? It's a very important and very secret project. I just didn't want you involved.
But Grant, it feels that way, don't you see? Like you're lying to me, like you're hiding things from me.
Celia, I swear it's the truth. How could I lie to you? Why would I ever lie to you?
I don't know. I don't understand that. That story about the model sounds so phony, Grant. And I just can't understand why the professor would want to share his secret with you. It's got me all thinking all over again about it.
Celia, you know, the professor and I are very close.
That's just it, Grant. I didn't know what your relationship was, what it meant. At least I didn't until yesterday, when you saved him from falling. And then I saw how really close you are. And I realized probably you share a lot of things, and I was just being paranoid.
Maybe you said it.
Grant, I am really serious. These last few months I have been so confused. I haven't known what to believe. What's true, what's not true.
You do know that I love you.
Yes, I do know that. I believe that with all my heart.
Then just forget about all the rest.
I've tried, Grant.
Celia, it's nothing. It's in your mind. I am Grant Putnam, the man you married. The same Grant Putnam you've always known. And we are two people very much in love, and nothing can ever change that. You see that, don't you?
Yes.
And you know that I will do anything I have to make you happy. Darling.
Yes. I do. I know you will.
Then come here. And forget about the rest of this nonsense.
Now, right now, they're completely involved in each other, but they'll be done soon. Then we can take action.
I'll be standing by here.
No, I want you here.
I just checked in, Gregory.
Then check out again. Get here as fast as you can.
It's not going to look good.
I could care less what it looks like. You have an important role to play, and it's not sitting by the telephone. And when you get here, I'll be by the stairs by the outdoor restaurant.
The new one at the EXPO.
That's it. You park in the underground lot, take the escalator up. When you come to the head of the escalator, you'll see me by the stairs. I'll nod to you in the direction I want you to go.
What if Grant sees me?
If you're careful, he won't see you before the accident. After the accident, I want him to see you. I want him to see both of us. He's got to know this was more than a coincidence. You better hurry. I think they're ordering coffee. You haven't got much time.
How was everything?
Great.
Delicious. Very good.
Thank you.
Okay, that's one piece of cheesecake
Uh-huh.
and 2 decaf. Anything else?
Yes, would you bring 2 forks with that cheesecake, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I hope you don't mind me sneaking a few bites of yours.
Are you kidding? Sharing is what a marriage is all about.
Yes, it should be. Well, what's after lunch?
Well, I just thought we'd take a walk around and see the site. A few of the pavilions are already up. It might be fun.
Sounds wonderful. Thank you, darling.
The day is young.
And it's been perfect so far.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies first.
Ooh, good one.
How is it?
General Hospital will continue in a moment.